Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Monday, April 14th, 2025. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. Many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out at different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, this particular daily, weekly challenge is giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips are greatly appreciated. If you do wondering why I have a little more score than you take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right off the current Season 20 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%, equaling 25%. You can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, so we are just outside of good old Point Pleasant here. And we're going to have the Mothman Equinox. I thought someone was behind me there. Mothman Equinox event here starting very soon. But let's take a look at this one here first. Join a team with another player 1. Alright. So all you have to do is from this screen here, you just open up your map screen. Top right hand corner you go social. Couple things you can do here is you can create your own team if you so wish, but you do have to wait for someone to join your team in order to get credit for the daily, or you can just join a team with another person, and that's what I usually recommend. Let's join this casual team here. Now, if you try to join a team such as expeditions, let's see here. If you see expeditions or raids or daily ops or exploration, there's almost like a you're almost like mandatory to participate in those. All right, that's why I usually recommend events or casual for these particular daily, weekly challenges. That way, there you don't have to participate and have that expectation there to do those. All right, but again, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. All right, so there we go, just like that. Alright, so the next one is seeing how we are in Point Pleasant. Complete the event Mothman Equinox. I believe I have to complete one more. No, I think I got 5 of it right on. I must have did that one yesterday. So there we go. Rock and roll. So let's keep going here. We'll go right into the Point Pleasant here. I should be starting here very shortly. I'm a little late with the video. Probably about an hour late. A little bit better than I thought. I thought it was going to be all day in the other town with my son, but we pretty much took care of what we had to there in the morning, and that way they were able to get back into town here a little bit quicker, so that's better. Seems like a nice day here in Point Pleasant, pretty awesome. Sure, we're lock and loaded here, Jim. Running around with an empty magazine. That's not good, buds. Empty chamber and empty magazine. Right on. There we go. Nice. Alright, let's see here. There's only a couple people here. Me and this other person. Let's just wait until more people kind of join. A lot of people like to kind of go AFK, so it was a good kind of wait for the people to kind of join. There we go. Somebody else joined our little team here. Alright, so that person's up there, so let's pop down here. Oh my lord! Jeez. We've been talking about this jetpack here, and I have been having issues since the Glow of the Ghoul update. Sometimes the jetpack just doesn't work for some reason, and yeah, it's a little annoying, but hopefully they fix it. I thought they were going to fix it during the last hotfix, but we're going to have to endure a little bit more pain.
The dim ones have attempted
Just kind of hoping that person would have waited a little bit longer.
Destroy their vines encircling each pyre before we proceed. Each pyre is attended by a wise one's observer. Only when the vines have been destroyed
Joanna.
will the observers instruct you on your next task. Hurry now, children. His patience does not run as deep as his wisdom.
go. Let's pop up here, see if we can get a cultist. I find lately they've been hiding around in the same spot lately. Right here. So there's one guy right here. There's usually another guy that hides over here too. Oh, he's not here today. Maybe he's over here, roaming around. What is she saying? Grab some stuff here. Ouch. Oh, right there. Where did he go? He was right there. It's weird. He must have ran out the door. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, usually one inside that building. Huh. So I knew some of them kind of stayed in the same spot. Another guy. Oh, there's a... We'll call it down here, Brad Stag. Put this blood in here. There we go. Nice.
The ritual sites have been prepared.
Like these baby up here.
Shall commence
Nice.
Each of the pyres has been lit.
Gonna put a little perch here.
Ignite the flames as I release the dust of our wise one into the air.
What do we have for grenades on us? Let's check. Frag grenades, okay. Who was that person there? Mad Dog something or other. Interesting. Zach the zombie. Love it. I love it.
Ah, yes.
Whoa.
The flames of our pyres ignite the moth dust. It offers enlightenment.
I don't think there's anything else in terms of this event. No.
Children.
So we may be collecting Stimpaks and Chems off of these guys, but we'll still kind of go through it anyway. But just an FYI, after we kill some of these cultists, we may be picking up Stimpaks and Chems.
Feel you. Let it soak into your throats. Let it show you the truth. But prepare yourselves, for the heretic Jinn ones will be enraged by this vision. The reality of our wise one will send them into a frenzy.
Good times.
You must protect our sacred lights, the pyres, from those wretched fiends. Without the fire's glow, our guest may refuse our invitation. The dim ones approach the church. Slay them, children. Offer no quarter. The bridge's pyre is the heretic's next target, children. You must keep it safe.
Nice, a little glow to him there. Cool. I can't see the glow off of me for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Let not your eyes deceive you. All you see before you must die. No matter its shape, man or beast, these twisted shadows all serve the will of the false ones.
That person tried to get up here without a jetpack. It's pretty funny. You need a jetpack to get up on this. I know it doesn't look like it, but you need a jetpack to get up here. Or if you want to run and be able to make it through that cross member on that bridge, you might be able to make it with marsupial.
Waterside fire, children. You must protect it. The These unwavering fools attack from all sides. Leave no pyre unguarded. Leave no heretic left standing.
Nice job, boys. Oh. Oh, he's flying around somewheres. A little bugger. We're out of grenades, Jimmy boy. Anytime now. Ah. There we go. Don't forget the Mothman counts as a cryptid too if you ever have that challenge to kill a cryptid. Alright, let's get out of here. Make our way to the rooftop here.
Do you feel it? The wise one draws near. He awaits our signal. Quickly, children, return to me upon the museum's rooftop.
Nice.
We must invite him to us to show him our love and our gratitude. Dance, sing, shout,
Wise Mothman,
you have accepted our invitation.
Huh.
Neither insects before.
Nice. Now, don't forget to, before you leave, to interact with the Mothman. Watch the top left-hand corner. You feel enlightened by the presence of the wise Mothman. And if you open up your pep board here, go under stats and effect. You'll see it there. True wisdom of the Mothman, 60 minutes, plus 15% bonus XP. So that is pretty awesome. Just by simply touching that guy. Pretty awesome. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Anything interesting? Something we already know. Let's drop these. Taxidermy, beautiful wood nymph moth. Alright, might as well learn that, I guess. Somebody can keep that. Alright, good stuff. Let's go ahead here. We're going to see if we can make it over there. Oh, Jim. Come on, baby, you can make it. There we go. Slow it down there. Pick up our stuff. There we go. There we go. So we may pick up some chems here. Doesn't look like it. Let's check here. Yeah, we did. We picked up some chems. Okay, so we got, as you saw there, I think we got those chems actually by completing the event, because you will get some chems by completing the event as a reward. So that's probably how we got that 5 out of 5. But we'll still kind of go through that either way. Alright, so let's go ahead here. We're going to go to our own private server here. We've already done everything we had to do on this public one. There we go. Let's make it a little bit easier. That little fella in the top right-hand corner looks pretty happy, doesn't he? Looks pretty content. That's so funny. If you guys have a chance, as most of you know, I've been making early on quest videos as well here on the channel, and the one I released this morning was Mayor for a Day, and how you make the robots down in Watoga passive towards you. You can check that video out if you so wish, if you're wondering about that, or if you're new to the game. Just an FYI. Alright, let's head to our little camp here. Right up here. Set ourselves up for the next one. Alright, good stuff. Alright, so let's take a look at this one here. Collect Stimpaks or Chems 5 for 5. So as you saw, by completing the event Mothman Equinox, at the very end, that's where we got credit for the collection of the Stimpaks and any type of chems, basically, just by completing that event. So it's pretty awesome. Usually human enemies are a good source of Stimpaks, such as cultists, blood eagles, and even communists, okay? I'm not saying everyone will have it on them, but I've seen some cultists and blood eagles have like 2 or 3 on them each, so just an FYI there. I find grafted monsters are a pretty good source of Stimpaks too. They usually have a couple of them on them for some reason. Chems, of course, ghouls are a good source of types of chems like Radaway and Radax. Of course, a bunch of ghouls over here just west of Vault 76 in the upper lower parking lot. Eastern Regional Penitentiary, lower section of Clarksburg, going over the Clarksburg Shooting Club. Anywhere in around Morgantown, just wandering around the streets, you'll come across those little patches of 4 to 6 ghouls every block and a half. Right down here in Lewisburg, Charleston Capitol building, the level 50 DMV building, anywhere in around White Springs and the White Spring Golf Club, bunch of ghouls that are around there. So just an FYI. Again, just wandering around Point Pleasant itself, a lot of chems, especially down in the Mothman Museum. If you head downstairs, there's usually about half a dozen chems down there alone. And if you would have saw yesterday's Daily Challenge video, I kind of explained that as well. It's a pretty good spot. I think the most chems I ever got was 30 chems in one spot, and that was right here in Point Pleasant. Of course, we don't have the cultists there while the Mothman Equinox event is going on. Like, without that event going on, we have about 20 cultists roaming around, but just an FYI, it's a good spot. Right here, Gilman Lumber Mill, for being such a small location, lots of chems laying around that area. And even around the Morgantown Airport, it's a pretty good spot. You can buy chems off of other players' vendors as well. Every train station and any kind of free travel area will have medical dispensers. You can buy chems from those too if you so wish, okay? And if you have a chemistry workbench, you can craft your own chems, and that will also count towards that daily challenge. So if you go craft here, for example, if you go down here to healing, and most people will have Radaway, Radax, and Stimpaks on them, and even if you craft these diluted versions, they will count towards that daily for collection. Alright, so just an FYI, you can use the Chemist Perk card under Intelligence, that will double the results, but the same requirements as if you're crafting too, so just an FYI, many great ways to get chems here in the Wasteland. And again, if you are short on time, you can try those medical dispensers at any train station at all. And most fast travel areas, including the White Springs Mall, have those medical dispensers as well. Alright, let's see what's next here, Jim. Scrap junk to produce silver 3. Okay, so silver is not a junk item, and we can use the bulk and scrap methods. Let's check this out at the Tinker's Workbench here under Craft. Bulk, if we go down here to the S section, as you can see, silver is not an option. So we can use the bulk and scrap method for the vast majority of junk items here, but obviously it doesn't work with everything. Okay, so we do have to find junk items that we can scrap to give us silver. One of the best places, and this is where I've been taking you for the weekly challenge video we did this past week, as well as the last couple of days, we went over here to the Palace of the Winding Path where we can find silver bowls. Now we can find anywhere from 6 to 12 in this location, and each silver bowl will give us 2 silver each. And I think we've pretty much cleaned that place out the last couple of days. I think there's only 1 silver bowl there left, but I'm not going to bother going there. Another good source of silver is, of course, ghouls. As I mentioned, ghouls will either good source of silver and gold in the terms of forks, spoons, and knives, okay? And probably one of the best places for that is Morgantown. Just wandering around the streets of Morgantown, you'll come across the little patches of 4 to 6 ghouls every block and a half, and it's a real good spot. Again, a little bit easier spot just west of Vault 76 in the upper lower parking lot. Clarksburg, the lower section, of course, Eastern Regional Penitentiary, anywhere in around the White Springs and the White Spring Golf Club. Level 50 DMV building here, Charleston Capitol building, and down here in Lewisburg, just to name a couple of spots, okay? So what we're just going to do, we're going to do something a little bit different here today. We're actually going to go down to the White Spring Mall here. So let's use the north entrance. Now, you can use the front door entrance if you so wish, but just had to go through another loading screen to get down to the mall. So we'll just use the north entrance here. It brings us right down to the mall when we go inside. Now, these vendors will sell junk items, all right? So let's try this person out here, for example. Helena, let's go trade here. And as you can see, she will sell gold and silver, okay? So silver fork, 27 caps, let's go ahead and buy that. Silver plate, you know, again, 13 caps. Silver pocket watches, silver table knives, okay, pretty cool. What else she has here? Yeah, so she gets quite a bit of stuff there. Let's go for something else. They're fancy hairbrushes. I find right here in the spa, there should be 2 of them here. Let's check. Right here, perfect. So right here in this table, so fancy hairbrush. As you can see here under item, so fancy hairbrush gives us 1, and of course that's free right there. So there's 2 of them right there. Pretty good, eh? Pretty good. And I think that's pretty much it. I think we can find some fancy hairbrushes in around Aaron Holt Homestead. There's a couple of buildings there. And in around the White Spring Golf Club, we have those little, I don't know what you want to call them, country homes there, like they're kind of attached homes. Again, if we're able to get inside, there's a bunch of fancy hairbrushes in through there as well. Or you can just buy them from these vendors here. And as you saw, Helena had quite a bit, but if you ever come here and Helena doesn't have them, one of the other vendor bots will. Okay, so just kind of go around, just be patient, and you'll eventually get your hands on one. Let's go ahead and scrap this stuff here. Just like that, scrap direct to produce silver. So something a little bit different here today, so that's pretty awesome. And here's that, is just one of those medical dispensers, as I mentioned, for chems. As you can see there, you can just fill your boots and just buy them. If you're kind of short on time, let's buy some psycho here anyway, because I'm a ghoul. Just because. Buy that buff out here too, why not? Why not, you? Let's go ahead and take one of those bad boys. There we go. Nice, okay. Let's see what's next. Alright, kill an angler 3. So a great spot for anglers in the top right hand corner of the map. Right up here, discard the gnarled shallows. Now this is a very popular spot. If you're limited to public servers with other people, this is very popular. So you may have to server hop this a couple times. So just an FYI, but there's 3 of them right here. If you want to wander straight north, right up to these mountains here, right about here, there should be 2 of them up there as well. Sometimes if you try to claim these workshops here, sometimes there'll be anglers that you have to clear the area, or sometimes the anglers will you have to defend the workshop against anglers, so just an FYI. Right down here, Sunday Brothers Cabin, if you're on a public server and this little public event pops up, it is called Moonshine Jamboree. All kinds of anglers will show up for that, as well as scalpers and fog crawlers, so just an FYI there as well. Let's pop up here the Gnarled Shallows, because this is a guaranteed spot. Again, if you are limited to public servers, you may have to server hop it a couple times, because someone could have come up here and already killed them. It definitely will happen. All right, but if you have followed first and you have private servers, then it shouldn't be an issue. All right, so we can see their little lore kind of sticking up out of the ground. I recommend you lock and load. You get a little closer, he's gonna pop up. Just kind of go for his head here. Just hit him hard. Now he's fairly easy. Just don't forget your asbestos and your adhesive, because they're a good source of that. I need to lock and load for this next guy. He's usually the higher level one for me. He's level 100. Just hit him as hard as you can. He's got a headache, so he doesn't even know where he's at. There we go. Some mentats on him. Asbestos and adhesive. Nice. And there'll be one more right around the corner here. Again, his little lure sticking up out of the water. Lock and load. And he's usually a little bit lower level. Nice. Nice, just like that. Kill an angler 3 for 3. It's that easy. Rock and roll. Alright, let's see what's next here. We'll kill a Snallygaster 3. So we can find Snallygasters all around the wasteland. Right up here, Keeney Quarter Cabins, a 50% chance to find 4 of them up here. Right down here in Charleston, this icon right here, there's 2 of them right here. So there's one right here, right by the bridge when you spawn in. There's a one a little bit further down towards the Charleston Capitol building, so 2 here all together. Right over here we have the triplets, 3 of them over here, Toxic Larry's Meet and Go. And right down here, the flooded train yard, 6 of them down here. Let's pop down here today, the flooded train yard, and see what's down here. What they good about this spot is usually they are glowing down here, so if you're looking for a glowing creature at the same time, this is a good spot to, you know, to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, basically. A little bit high of a radiation area, so if you're a smooth skin, quote unquote, you have to protect yourself, but if you're a ghoul, you, like myself, you just kind of walk right in, no issues. That's one of the good things about being a ghoul. Places like this, radiation, nuke zones, you don't even have to worry about it. Because you're a ghoul. You just take the radiation all day long. That only helps you. And I would say that's probably one of the best things about being a ghoul. Is you can just basically go literally wherever in the map you want. Look at that, we're picking up chems just from killing these guys as well. So again, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone that as well. Just go after your Snallygasters. Jetpack will decide to work when it wants to. There we go. These guys are so dramatic. So funny to watch them kind of tumble over like that. Nice. Bad boy coming over here wondering what's going on with his brother. With his brother bear. Alright, let's see what's next here, Jim. We got 1 more left, really? Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, eat a meat-based meal, 10. Alright, so again, it has to be a meat-based meal. Now, if you're a herbivore mutation, don't worry about it. You don't have to re-roll. You can go ahead and complete this daily challenge. Don't bother wasting a re-roll, okay? And very similar, if you have a daily or weekly challenge that says eat a plant-based meal and you're a carnivore, just go ahead and do it, okay? You don't have to waste a re-roll. It's just a daily challenge, all right? So we can go ahead, we can collect some meat the old-fashioned way. One of the best places to do that, of course, is right here in good old Flatwoods. Of course, you can go after Mirelurks if you so wish, or some insects, but I find Flatwoods is the best spot. Let's go over here today. That metal pail. Huh? Still in caution, it's funny. All right, let's go ahead and collect some meat the old-fashioned way. And the reason why I say Flatwoods is one of the best spots, it really is, because right here at this bus stop, there's 2 rad roaches. Right up there, the Green Country Lodge, there are 3 mole rats and a possum. Just a little bit further up, we have a truck on the side of the road. There's usually about 3 mongrels up there. And right up on this hill here, it's usually kind of varies depending on the server. Sometimes there's rad stags, there's foxes or rabbits or squirrels, but again, all kinds of animals up through here. Down here through Flatwoods, there's about 9 Brahmin, so nice and easy. These Brahmin are nice and passive, and you can go ahead and collect your meat. And again, if you are a newer player to the game, like brand spanking new, all you have to do is pick up that Brahmin meat like this, and you learn automatically ribeye steak, okay? And that goes with any type of meat here in the game. When you pick up a meat, you automatically learn a recipe, and your character will always know that recipe. Just like when you harvest corn, you automatically learn corn soup. And if you pick up razor grain just once, you learn razor grain soup, razor grain flour. That's just an example, okay? So everyone should be able to do this. There we go. All right. So pick up some Brahmin meat the old-fashioned way here. Let's head back to our camp, because we do have camp resources I do want to show you as well. All right, so you guys know that I'm a huge fan of camp resources here on the channel. We do have this Thrasher field dressing station. As you can see, it'll passively collect different types of meat while you play the game. It's pretty awesome. We also have a red steak field dressing station, but it only collects red steak meat. But this Thrasher one's a lot better because it collects a lot more in different types of meat as well, right? And that works the same way. As soon as you pick up that meat off this dressing station, you'll learn a simple recipe, okay, to cook, all right? I can't even get over that fence. Wow, that's crazy. Come on. Jetpack, you're not working. Huh. All right, what else we have here, Jim? We have a pemmican collector. We got this one on the Season 17 Season Pass. This was available for everyone. Again, pemmican is a meat-based meal, and it's cooked, okay? Mylark steamer not only collects meat, but it cooks at the same time. So again, a meat-based meal. This Deathclaw slow cooker, again, not only collects meat, but it also cooks at the same time. Another meat-based meal right here. So again, really worth their weight in gold having these camp resources. Again, there's nothing wrong with doing things the old-fashioned way. Again, nothing wrong with that at all. But again, we all have different times that we're able to play our game, but having camp resources like this really saves you a lot of time. We have one more camp resource we do get off the current Season 20 Season Pass. It's this critter cooker, and I did a little video on this as well. And again, not only collects meat, but it cooks it at the same time, so it's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and collect this squirrel on a stick. I believe I have pemmican on me already. I can get across that little rad roach there. Let's grab some Mylark fillets. We'll grab some rad steak. Nice. Cooking station. Where is my cooking station? Oh, right over here. So let's go ahead. We're going to cook our ribeye steak here from picking up our Brahmin meat. We'll go all food here. Nope. Ribeye steak here, Gem. I guess we did pick up that angler meat, didn't we? So we could have done it that way as well, from killing those anglers, right? So you could do it that way. Deathclaw steak from the Mothman Equinox event, because we killed a couple of Deathclaws there. Try to give you guys as many options as possible here. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to eat our meat-based meal. Of course, it's definitely going to work because I'm a carnivore. It's just because I get more benefits. But even if you're a herbivore, you can do the same thing. You're not going to get any benefit out of it, but you are going to get credit for the challenge. Okay, so yeah, just don't forget that. You don't have to waste a reroll on it there. So let's go ahead. We're going to eat some of this stuff up here. Let's eat our ribeye steak. We got the old-fashioned way. Rat steak we get from our Deathclaw slow cooker. Smoked Mylark fillet we got from our Mylark steamer. Squirrel on a stick we got from our little critter cooker there. Nice. Pemmican from our pemmican collector. Just like that. So you saw how all that kind of works there. Let's finish this up here. There we go. Eat a meat-based meal, 10 for 10, done. Just like that. But again, camp resources is definitely where it's at if you're short on time, and it's just good to have around the camp. I think that's it. I think we're done. We are, just like that. Nice. Super easy one here today. Let's take a look at weapon of the day here, Jim. Not that. 2-shot armor ace suppressed automatic handmade, +1 projectiles, +25% damage. Projectiles explode for +20% weapon damage, -25% action point cost, +20% armor penetration. It's a 2-shot explosive batch optimized. Powerful automatic receiver, a line long barrel, standard stock, piercing magazine, reflex sight dot suppressor, and this awesome looking armor ace paint. 44 times 2 damage, 5.56 ammo, and is fully automatic. And as I've been mentioning all week, between the handmade and the fixer, they're very versatile weapons. If you have enough of them, you can scrap them. You learn all the mods off them, and you can actually switch between automatic and single fire. And that's why I love the handmade and the fixers so much, because they're really good weapons. You can switch between a rifleman or a commando build with the same weapon. Totally awesome. And again, as I mentioned, commando build here. So perk cards under perception, we have Master Commando, Commando, Expert Commando, all maxed out. We have Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, Arms of Steel, Arms Keeper, Bandolier, Fireproof, Chem Die because I'm a Ghoul, Suppressor, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, Evasive, White Knight, Adrenaline, these random luck cards which randomly pop in when they're being activated. Legendary perk cards, they don't change for me, they stay the same. I've had them for quite some time and I'm very happy with them. And as you can see, they're all maxed out. Perfect. So tomorrow will be Tuesday. We have our Atomic Shop weekly update. We have a fresh set of weeklies and of course our dailies to go through. And of course, if there's anything interesting in the Atomic Shop, we'll take a look at that in a little bit more detail. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have a chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ben Durant, John DJ59, Picquerist, Benny Bunny, Gwen Trutnau. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.